When discussing the idea of a universal civilization that encompasses most, if not all, of mankind in its ideas, in its customs, in its ways of life and living, there are two particular models or prototypes that perhaps come to mind. Not simply because they are perhaps the best or the most superior, but because they have demonstrated to a certain level success across various ethnic groups, various boundaries, various geographical locations, and have demonstrated how a very diverse community can perhaps come together in a common civilization. And these two prototypes that I would discuss would be the West and Dar-ul-Islam, meaning the abode of the Islamic faith. Now, these two civilizations come to mind because of their unique success in history with diverse groups and across a large geographical area. The first of these two that I would discuss is the West. The West has demonstrated, first of all, its sheer dominance, at least culturally, upon most of the world in the last 200 years or so. It's also demonstrated a vast amount of economic, material, and military control over the rest of the world. And much of modern culture is downstream from Western culture. And furthermore, we can see the sheer influence of the various intellectual ideas of the Western tradition, or those ideas that have developed over thousands of years within the West, including things such as human rights, individuality, and things such as liberalism and democracy. The second such civilization would be Dar-ul-Islam, or the Islamic abode. This is as the Muslims conquered a vast swath, or in fact about half of the known world at the time after the first 100 years of the Prophet Muhammad's life. This rapid expansion managed to seriously cripple the Byzantine Empire and completely knock out and wipe off the Sassanid Empire from the map. It combined vast intellectual traditions from the Greeks, the Romans, the Persians, the Indians, etc., and embraced various cultures and various diverse groups under the fold and banner of the Islamic faith. Instead of the emphasis on human rights, liberalism, and democracy, perhaps, the Islamic civilization focused on unity through obedience to one God and following one religion and following one messenger. And it's interesting to note the very religious character of the Islamic civilization and the very sort of servitude to God mindset within that civilization as compared to the more secular and individuality based Western civilization.